maybe do the play-by-play this game.
Yeah, well, don't worry, because now we brought you into the masses. You guys probably had a pitiful few viewers at Beyond the Summit 2.
That's true.
So probably a lot of new eyes here as the draft unfolds and we hop into it now. Can you guys give us like kind of a TLDR of what happened in game number 1?
There was
the exact same thing happened. This is almost a replay of the previous game. We have 5 out of 5 picks. You go Purge.
So there was he's not kidding. These are the same picks. On the difference is we do have a Visage ban. There was basically a Visage mid for Team Spirit, and the Celestrak support ganked like twice, once with an Invis, once another time. Got some kills on the enemy DP, then DP had no farm. And then they just kind of like death pushed, and it was like a 18-minute mid racks, and then like a 25-minute bot racks, and then they tried to get Roche while behind. They lost, and they instantly called GG's. They had like a PA. They tried to go Battle Fury against a Phantom Lancer, and didn't even get to that point. It like didn't happen.
I like what they have in this Gyrocopter. That would have been a better pick in the previous game as well.
Turn the drums up. I want that. I want the drums at the, by the way, the maximum.
Because Gyro is a fighter early on. He's really active with the TP rotation. He can do so much more and pressure the tower, unlike PA. He gives you a better team fight.
He doesn't have to farm a 4,000 gold item just to farm another item. Ew.
Gotta say, FNG's Warlock was pretty good. The positioning first game.
Yeah, we didn't talk enough about Upheaval. Although I do really wish he had the hand cosmetic, because then it'd be these little hands. Like
is that the one with the?
Yeah,
I have that one. That one sounds cool. That one's cool. I didn't know it actually changes the upheaval.
I would argue. Oh yeah, it does. They have the little hands come. Otherwise, it's like it looked really boring. It's been a long time since I saw somebody use Upheaval and not have that immortal. And it was like this, just a little disc of slow, kind of.
Yeah,
and
apparently,
it was
like,
boring.
If you look at it, there's supposed to be like a giant skull or something like that. I remember that being like a Reddit post a while back, like, I never noticed there was a giant skull in the upheaval. And everyone's like, wait, what? Sure enough, there is.
It was really disappointing when I saw it last night. Like, they were great upheavals, but it's probably like a pay-to-lose kind of a thing. It's like harder to notice that I'm standing upheaval kind of a thing. True. Rather than these little ghost hands are touching me.
Same goes for that, like, Pugna Ward cosmetic. Like, they get more obnoxious. You're like, what the hell's that thing? Well, certainly not friendly. Let's kill it.
Yeah.
Whereas before, they may have ignored it. Slark comes out now.
A good Slark game. He can get pretty much out of everything what Double Dimension has to offer as a counter to Slark. So they need some AoE. Probably they're gonna ban out Faceless Void.
10 seconds remaining.
A great ban, one of the better heroes against Slark, gives them good setup with Naga Siren and Jakiro. Even though they would have to lane Gyrocopter mid, which is still doable, not the best, but they need a counter for a Slark.
I just feel like they got almost nothing out of their Naga Jakiro last game. It felt very useless. Like they were behind in levels, the laning stage just went okay, their rotations were not nearly as good. And then it just felt like they never got into the game. Maybe just level reasons, but I guess after watching that game, I don't feel very confident. It's probably just the team and not.
No big macro priors, bruh. Check out.
Really?
Where is that from? Is there a clip about it?
Yeah, it's like some bad commercial. I don't know what it was for.
ESL tournament.
Oh. Whoa, bro! Check out that.
It was a really good match. Like, it's a great clip.
It's just like the dude was just blazed out his mind, like, bruh, that's the biggest macro pie.
And the guy doing it is just like deadpan playing. It's like I happen to have an acceptor on. It's like literally he has X on Jakiro. He hits level 25, and then there's a beautiful macro pyre opportunity. It was like perfect. He's like pure damage macro pyre, full duration, ice bath. That was great.
We just need Toby casting it. That's all. Not
Just random.
Some guy from Dude, Where's My Car?
Some guy that's so excited that he opened voice chats for it because he thought it was really
Man on the Lina. Hearing the burst, hearing the potential bad matchup in the mid lane that could be there.
Radiant team pick.
Hey, Faceless Void that you said was going to be so good against the Slark.
Yeah, they might go for. I think Ember Spirit is really good for both teams, and I just love Ember Spirit, and I love to watch people play Ember. I'm not a Ember player. Kind of fits both play styles here.
Reaper's probably my least favorite of the spirits, if I'm being honest with you. But, oh, that's a Zeus.
That's kind of a steal pick against the Slark as well. So the vision coming out for double dimension. This is the if you play position 5 in a game, this is the worst thing you can face against. You have a Slark and Zeus, so your vision game is gonna be so weak. Even though you have a Beastmaster, Naga, Siren Illusions, they go down quickly.
They also have a Night Stalker.
Yeah,
they're gonna see everything.
Yeah, their vision is actually out of control.
I really like Zeus against Gyro too. In a lot of cases, like any heavy burst damage when I'm trying to play Gyro is a bad time. As you're approaching the fight and trying to kite and run around, you just start getting blown up, and pre-BKB is just really hard to deal with that. Even like Jakiro and Naga feel bad, like really long cast animations can all be interrupted by Lightning Bolt. I mean, they have great setup with sleep into Ice Path stuff, but if they don't abuse their lanes well, I'm feeling real scared for Double Dimension here.
I just hope Double Dimension doesn't fall into a trap, go for something like a DA against the Zeus, then they're gonna have real hard time dealing with Slark.
What if they Storm? I've heard Storm is kind of good against Zeus. I don't know if that's the case still. But if you hit 6 about the same time, you can definitely solo kill Zeus.
Yeah.
Is Mirana a bad pick here? You're
Against the Slark, it kind of
suicidal, yeah.
yeah.
Banking too much on the whole nighttime. Someone who can actually benefit from that.
I mean, they could go for a Bloodseeker maybe if they want to put a mid, play aggressive on the side lanes.
I like that idea. Rupture Slark, Bloodright Warlock maybe, or Zeus. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. They don't have I guess Pounce is good against him, but outside of that, they don't have great disable against the Bloodseeker. Outside of like a nuke into Split Earth.
It's gonna be hard time controlling hero like a Bloodseeker.
But surely he's dangerous to lane against Zeus at some point. By the time they both hit 6, they do storm it.
All there. Storm Spirit comes out. Still feeling pretty good for Spirit. I mean, I don't know if the Storm Spirit is... I mean, it was a call made, but I don't know if that was like a saving grace kind of a pick. Yeah. It was just kind of like, this might work kind of a thing. Not like, now they have the upper hand.
I mean, the other 4 heroes, I feel like they can fight often. And Storm, as a core, yes, he's farmer light, but he can show up to those fights, I feel like. So as long as they're like you can do gank rotations kind of, and then maybe get back to farming afterwards, I think there's a possibility. And the other benefit is that one thing Spirit cannot do is hit towers. They really messed up their draft in that sense. So that's mainly by time.
Is an edict, but that's, you know, your regen as a support lesh in this too.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
You're right. Power game is not going to be the best. So
Whenever I see Warlock and Slark, feels like you want to play 2 different styles. Warlock wants the group as 5 because they provide anything besides good stage and a team fight. You can't gank, you farm jungle, and Slark is a pick-off hero. So wants to be the one trying to look for the skirmishes. That's pretty chaotic.
That's why I got upheaval, dude. Gonna make them all slow and give Slark two leashes, basically.
It'll be interesting to see Illidan play the Slark. We got to witness him play a couple of CK games earlier. You know, he's pretty good at the farming and being reserved, but Slark, you got to be a little bloodthirsty. And I have vague memories of Illidan when he plays bloodthirsty. He plays real crazy. Like, he'll do some crazy stuff.
You don't know what he's gonna do.
Illidan, what the hell are you doing? You know. So this is going to be an exciting one. Let's see if Double Dimension keep their TI dreams alive, or if Spirit are going to take this match point and move on to the next round.
They're moving out, looking for some first blooding. Maybe going to go for a smoke, perhaps.
They have one on Naga.
They do use one on Spirit to get out of the base as fast as possible. Trying to make sure that this can't happen for them. But they're going to have to do a net into dual breath into missile. So, it's certainly possible if they can catch Slark initially. Ooh, a little bit late.
Just a little tickle. And he'll jump gladly away. They're in the neighborhood now. They got wards. They're going to on the ground. Have Spirit try to guess where they are.
30 seconds.
Looking like it's going to be 2 runes apiece here. as Spirit have total control of the upper half of the map. Double Dimension may slide away with a couple of bounties here at the bottom.
I want to see the mid matchup. Zeus got buffed, so he's sitting at 65 right-click damage against Storm, who has 61 at this point. So his attack animation is pretty decent on Zeus as well.
Gold remains.
Stay, son of a gun. Alright, and away they go here. King R still waddling in pretty deep here. I'm curious if they're setting up an aggro lane here. No, Cheshire Cat. Gonna be joined by Vanscore, it looks like, but Naga's still hanging around.
Gyro's heading top ice. Soon Naga will do the same. Gonna be a little bit late. Maybe would have teleported, but then if they die later, then it's awful. But
yeah, that walk of shame, or slither of shame rather.
without boots, man, that's a bad time.
And away we go here through the laning phase. Storm's gonna have to deal with that early bit of lightning bolt harassment. He's got remnants to share.
2 last hits with 1 remnant. It's the nicest thing about Storm in a lot of ways. He also went for lightning bolt, not arc laning, so he can't last hit and harass. So maybe it's a bit of a disadvantage there, but better for harassment.
Yeah, Lightning Bolt level 1 is so much better than it was before.
It did just get nerfed though. It used to be 75 mana for 125
Now
damage,
it's 90,
90,
yeah.
but
Cast range and damage, yes, 125 per hit.
Got a clarity and a mango.
that is pretty crazy.
Yes, he does. Chunk through quite a bit of Thunderbolt action there.
I think they set up lanes well. Team Spirit bottom lane. Night Stalker's not gonna be active anyways until the night falls in the first couple of minutes. Just be tanking the damage with the Warlock behind him, so kind of a sustain lane, and the top lane they can get easy kills.
Here we go. Yep, roll on in. We're gonna get a hold of King R here. Now, Kuman to step inside where the Rocket Barrage does fend off the pressure of Spirit. Fine, but levels are coming together. People are starting to feel frisky here and seeing if they can get a couple of jabs in. Find some openings. This one here. Torching up the Night Stalker a bit. He's got some solo time in the lane here. He does need to get some burst of XP if he wants to make any sort of impression when Nightfall does come. For our mid lane matchup, the Storm is inching ahead bit by bit, 13 to the 8 now of the Zeus. Pounce onto Kuman here. King R needs to turn back the other way. He still only has the Riptide as reserved the point. Wow. Not going to be investing it into anything. Just puts it into Ensnare. But at this point, they've already killed the Gyro. Now they're going to be looking to go at the Naga. But he's able to slide through the trees. Fortunate, though. Costing them their Gyro's life.
I thought they're gonna mess up because Lash used Lightning Storm first instead of a stun. And then Rocket hit him in the head.
Yeah.
He couldn't use the stun, but it was just enough, barely enough to get him. Kill.
Must have been the Essence shift basically, because
Yeah.
I really did not expect Gyro to die there, but did just enough damage.
Oh, he had a Fairy Fire on Gyro. I'm pretty sure that he didn't buy Fairy Fire when he came back to the lane.
He either forgot about it or did the math a bit wrong there. King R now going to be the next victim on this one. Just immediate jump, catch Illidan, and burst.
A little bit predictable, I thought. I think I would have tried to dodge south there, because it seemed like an obvious pounce, like full creep wave, both enemy heroes. He jukes a little bit late and he gets pounced there, so easy kill at that point. But this is like the most successful Slark lane I've seen in a long time for 3 minutes. Like they feel like a dual off lane is what it feels like, but it shouldn't be this one-sided.
And that's why I mentioned the lane setup for them is really, really good. A lot of kill potential on the top lane, better matchup, and the bottom lane is doing all right. Yes, Beastmaster is gonna get the farm. Nighttime is in 10 seconds. They're trying to play aggressive before he gets that extra movement.
Couldn't quite get the catch there of the dual breath.
Not for you.
Now FNG returns. They try to burst through the rest of the wave. They'll help fend them off a bit. Still only level 2. And there's our Nightfall now. Bobos is going to be enabled a bit, but we'll have to see if he's had enough nourishment in the laning phase to be able to make some big plays or not.
Well, I mean, with the way Gyro's lane is going, I think they're just happy with how this all is, because keep Gyro down, give Slark a really good time. If he gets a fast Shadow Blade, then he can start killing Jakiro and Naga repeatedly. I mean, I guess Storm isn't going to have to worry as much about that, but
Storm Spirit got bullied out of the lane. They picked up I think the second rune with the bottle.
Yeah, it might just be more that he's spamming a lot. Like, if you're against a Zeus, and he's got way more last hits than Zeus does. Like, you could say bullied, yes, but I imagine it was more tactically used. Spend all your mana, get pushed to the lane, and then go back to base while the Zeus is trying to catch up. Because it's not like you have to worry about the Zeus damaging the tower or other things like that. And Zeus is going to farm anyways, more or less, right?
Yeah.
So,
Runes, a lot of them going to get grabbed up from Radiant, looks like.
Zeus should
damn,
get
they
four
go
of them.
Raindrop against the Storm Spirit.
like that.
Be able to live.
While they
Magic Wand
split
picked
up
up.
for the runes, they try to make a jump on the Illidan, but it's not going to be happening.
Illidan has a flask in his backpack. Level 4.5. Once he hits level 6, it's gonna be so much easier. Already ahead of them on the top lane. Night Stalker, he's not gonna rotate, they're just fine with this. Lanes are doing well. Once the Night Stalker hits level 4 with the nighttime.
Oh, they get the gyro again, this time with the assistance of that Zeus as he hits that level 6. They're also going to get hold of
And the bottom lane as well.
Well, thank you, sir. Jump down that way. Phobos in a little bit of trouble, but he's happy to turn and trade. Pops off the Void. FNG then steps in. Fatal Bonds are already out. They try to kite them and dance with them back and forth, but they're going to be fighting into the creep wave a bit. Still thirsty for it, though. They are going to get Van Score down.
The
They
raid
lose
drop.
FNG. Cat. The bully him back, but
That was huge. I thought for sure that he was going to get that double kill with the raindrop. Absolutely saving his life.
He already popped 1 or 2 charges on the drop before. Realized that Jakiro doesn't have one. Just goes for him.
And it's such a good benefit for Zeus in this situation. I mean, you were talking about, like, Bloodseeker being great for these dual lanes the other day, but Zeus was amazing there. Like, level 1 Zeus ulti is not a lot of damage, but here is so good.
our first ultimate jump in from the Storm Spirit with the assistance from King R. Can they get what they want? Yes, they finally take out the Zeus. Rotations do come. Counterplay, though. They want
Naga
more.
gave him mana.
Yeah, with manning
Mango's
out the
play.
mango, and that's going to allow them to get the twofer.
Yeah, DD is incredible there. Otherwise, like, I mean, using just overcharge or whatever, what's it called? Overload?
Yeah.
That's like, what, 50 damage, 40 damage per attack, and a double damage gives them a free 80. Such a good rune against Zeus. Like, I'm sure Zeus is just upset that there was a DD rune that spawned in that moment. That's like the worst thing.
Best, or the best.
Or the best.
For a Storm Spirit, even better than the region at that point.
So, big kills there. And Zeus, surprisingly, despite me feeling his impact was huge a second ago, he's 0, 1, and 2. Doesn't look good. But he's definitely had a decent game so far. He's helping the other lanes win at least.
We also saw that Gyrocopter takedown, or Gyrocopter get the takedown, the top lane. The Illidan's also going to be dropped, so giving money going to be swung back the way of Double Dimension off that. You can see just a little dip back. Spear going to have to fight a little bit more if they want to maintain control of this game. The Storm could be at a point where he's going to look to get a bit more frisky here. Short on mana as he waits up for the 8-minute rune.
That hurt.
It's going to be an Arcane bottom.
Would have liked that. Arcane for Zeus. Both. I mean, that's a great rune for both heroes. Zeus will be very happy with that. Got his ultimate ready. Maybe do a rotation here. He picks up 1 static field as well. Arcanes, yeah, he's going to be both in a lot. Basically, the Storm can't go to the lane for at least like a minute.
To the jungle I go. He'll farm up from there.
Got Shreds already though, so it'll be fine.
This is good for Double Dimension. They dewarded 1 OBS, which was about to expire. The 1 is still standing.
Some respectable deep vision, both of it around that mid lane. Curious to see if they're going to make an approach with it or not. It's been a quiet game for our Beastmaster friend. I don't think we've seen a primal roar yet. He is pretty fresh on level 6, just gets his phase boost now, so we'll see if it's going to be something that they want to kind of utilize. Meanwhile, Illidan's shown up to the bottom lane. Him and FNG are going to be hanging here, it looks like, for the meantime.
It looks like they just rotated lanes semi-normally, but here comes the smoke.
Yep. Zeus ulti. Something seems a bit fishy here. Illidan's nearby.
Barrier, but
be a rotation. Unfortunately, it comes up a bit short here for Double Dimension.
It's pretty costly for Gyrocopter. Normally when you do these carry rotations, you want to make sure you rotate and instantly engage and take a good fight, but he's... I feel the need to do this sometimes when I play carry, I guess, because I feel like my lanes are losing, so I need to get on the map and make something happen, but if you miss your ganks, it's so hard. But this is a great target if they can get it.
He's wasting a lot of time here, just waiting and watching around.
So Zeus gave them info where they are, because at the moment they saw 2 heroes missing on the map. 10 minutes.
That is this. Nice, they went to stun, knowing the Storm's going to be thirsty for it. Unfortunately, they don't have enough follow-up DPS to be able to go for the finish. Meantime, they will get the FNG takedown. Koopman finally rotates from bottom to mid, back to bottom to be able to get some bloodshed.
Not too much action happening. Only 10 kills, 10 minutes. They're just waiting for the next night time. They're gonna have darkness in the night. Darkness for 1 second.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Ideally, you want to pop it at 11:20, and you're gonna have a nighttime for only 5 minutes. You can use it more than 5 minutes because you use it right away if needed.
Unfortunately, they can't quite find where Spirit are. Narrow opportunities there, but costing some rotation time now.
Bit of a loss there by Storm, but it took way too long for him to be the 3rd TP in or whatever. They do get the tier 1 tower bottom off of the successful Warlock rotation. Net worths are pretty close. State's probably favoring Double Dimension. I feel like they're top 3 cores that can scale better, whereas a Night Stalker is more utility push based, I guess.
There goes the darkness to get the most efficiency out of it, like you were talking about before, Lacoste. So, balls in their court. They want to make something out of it. Dildy continues to grind his farm away. Has not queued up an item yet.
Radiant's middle tower is under
wagering Shadow Blade or something similar.
A Shadow Blade. I don't see people going for Blink Dagger anymore. Kind of missed those days.
Blink on
Slark. Been a while since I saw Blink.
Void to mid, jump in now from the Storm, and he just retreats right back out.
Double damage on the bottom for Storm again. Has Kaya finished?
Yep, picks it up right then and there. But still, a lot of reserve play here. We do have Chaotic offering available now on FNG. I'm awaiting the first drop of the Mighty Rock.
Like the Fatal Bonds max this game. When you're playing as a Zeus, you just need to make sure that the Zeus is going to blow people up. I mean, there's no reason to even mess around with up people, for now at least.
Yeah.
A Zeus ulti alone is going to be dealing tons of damage with Fatal.
And you're playing against Storm Spirits. Go on you while you're casting upheaval.
Alright, Spirit congregating now to the bottom lane, where there is no tier 1, but maybe they can catch this approach of double damage here. Gyro and Naga hanging out. Naga, though, has that song waiting as like a little bodyguard, if you will. It looks like they're going to start slithering back. I'm sure a lot of Spirit members are missing from the map, so things are a bit peculiar. But here comes Cheshire Cat through the top lane. Okay, there's our Rock. Suddenly showing up onto the Beastmaster there. After the Ice Path, he goes promptly for the TP out, and he's gone.
Alright, that's not the best execution of a gank that I've seen.
Whoa. I mean, they kind of had to do it like that. Do the Void follow-up after the Rock, but the Rock also felt early and out of nowhere to me.
Well, if they used Void first, then dropped the Rock, the cooldown could reset on Void.
Okay, like Void, wait like 3 seconds, and drop the Rock. It just, I feel like it would have been a hard kill either way. Just maybe a little bit too hopeful. I mean, they're also probably just doing it because they're like, oh, Zeus ult will come out when he gets low enough or something, but just didn't die that fast, and the instant TP safe. You know, I don't know about you guys, but I'm actually really happy that they picked Zeus mid, because I'm ready for that hero to get nerfed. I don't know, I hate playing against him in pubs, especially if I'm playing with like lower ranked friends. Zeus is my nightmare, basically, because no matter where he goes, he always gets way too much farm and items. He starts getting these kills, and he sits way back, and he just gets nagged, and then you have to deal with like Nimbus crap all game.
I think Nimbus is way overpowered. The hero himself is not that strong.
Okay, that's a good sign.
He's balanced, but
double damage. Storm Spirit able to get the upper hand, it looks like, onto Illidan in the bottom lane. He Did it alone.
I think, did Slark use his ultimate as well? Oh, jeez, look at that ball.
Jump in immediately, and a drop of a hat, a double kill for
That's
Pikachu.
a double damage, double dimension,
He has an arcane.
double
kill.
storm. Double with the double kill. Alright,
A double dimension, strong double damage, double kill play. Yeah.
That's a quick turn of events, and that's basically the problem with Zeus. That's a hero is that it's great if you don't go on him.
Or dodging out the pounce, they pursue. And that's all they have to spend. Oh, they will get a hold of Anscore, it looks like.
Not this time, guys.
Do manage to grab a hold of one, but I don't know if that's a big loss for double dimension.
I mean, Storm just killed the enemy carry, and they instantly TP mid and blew up the enemy mid hero. Like, that is such a bad sign for Spirit. Like, he's off to a good start. He's got an Oblivion staff. He's almost got another Oblivion staff, and it's 15 minutes. This is insane. He's gonna have like, I don't know, 17, 18-minute Orchid with Kaya and Treads.
Yeah, I love the build. Don't go for Bloodstone, especially when you control your Slark. Warlock, you can just go on Warlock, kill him before the fight starts. That would be ideal.
Well, Shadow Blade here on Slark. He's waiting for some backup here.
Yeah! Pounce. Jab, 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 and he's gone.
We know Beastmaster likes to TP.
Oh, you want to go on my Beastmaster, huh? Here comes Storm looking to jump on in. Lots of damage there. Illidan forced to pull out the ulti. Naga's going to pay the price.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Storm is dealing so much damage though. Slark had to ult really early there.
Dire's top tower.
And that was the one benefit that Slark was watching them a long time. It gave Spirit more time to rotate and set up. Otherwise, that fight could have gone the opposite way if they were able to react early. But next Oblivion staff pretty much finished. But we'll see if Spirit can grab a kill here mid lane.
Oh, they're going to try. Moving in with the Void, the follow-up. Chaotic Offering. Now Storm swings into action here. Another stop back for Illidan, but Illidan tries to Shadow Blade out. Can't make it away.
Pikachu's owning.
He got that and the Golem, it looked like, too.
They're getting owned by RNG, man. These runes are winning for Storm. This is the third double damage rune, one more arcane rune. Now he only needs region runes next couple of minutes.
And the crazy thing too is that with the Golem, he played it perfectly. Like, he couldn't attack Illidan, but instead he just keeps using overload charges on the Golem, and it just meant that like Slark was permaslowed basically. So he just sits there, keeps nuking him, uses remnants while he's invis. It's like Slark ulti doesn't do anything against Storm Spirit if Storm plays right. And now he's gonna have Orchid finished. 17 minutes, 25 seconds or so, Orchid on Storm. Crazy.
I think Slark is going to go BKB straight away in this game. He can't kill him.
Posturing up like he can, but takes more of the damage there and we'll have to pull off.
Radiant are scanning.
See where Storm goes for his first gank. There you go. Orchid is on the way. I'm sure he'll bring a teleport scroll out and then probably top. May just force the Spirit to a 5-mana lot. Like, if I'm G right now, I'm unhappy. He's really far away from Mules. The easiest solo kill in the whole.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Other than Warlock, that guy's real.
Anyone crosshairs with Storm is probably not going to have a good time. Got BKB picked up next.
This is the health perk right on Storm.
I'm over here.
Yes.
For standard builds.
Good first fire firing forward here. Still got a minute before the Chaotic Offering.
And the other crazy thing about how far ahead Storm is it's not just about him offensively being strong, it's also a defensive thing. Like, he's actually just a split pusher now. This whole jungle is his. Super long reach. If any hero comes here by themselves, he can kill them. Yep. And that means that he can easily farm here safely as well. The only thing he has to be worried about is like either Chain Stun or Night Stalker, basically. And now he's just going to split push. Even if Beastmaster dies here, I don't think Double Dimension cares that much. Because they still haven't even killed the tier 1. Look at this, he's just slapping a tier 2. Knows that if anyone shows up, he can initiate well.
And their tower damage is... This is kind of a standard build for Lash. You go 4-0-4 build, 1 point in Pulse Nova. So no points in Edict. While they take the bottom tower, Rock is ready in what, 5 seconds. They want to smoke up and take a fight right now. It's going to be nighttime for the next 5 minutes straight. Almost 6.
Dire's structures
There was
are
the
fortified.
Thunder Gods coming out. Kind of reveals the fact that Double Dimension have been hibernating in the jungle side of Team Spirit, just taking over the economy on this map, as they have the biggest and mightiest warrior in the Storm Spirit.
This is
Pretty much
huge.
a huge threat.
Pickup.
Dire
Storm
are
Spirit
scanning.
has a gem Van score. Jakiro bought it for him. So they want to see the Slark. He has no defensive items whatsoever, and they're playing against Zeus and Slark, but they're still maintaining a really good vision because they can't play in that part of the map. Uh-oh, because the Storm Spirit is so farmed.
There's a gem going to work, but they do get a goal stun, and they stun him. Song has to come out to bail out Pikachu there. Could have handed over a bit of a bounty
I
and a
think
bit
if
of a net
they
worth.
got that kill, that would have been the game. You would give Slark a gem and a huge amount of gold on a Storm Spirit.
It would have been insane. But the fact that they didn't get him, it was a moment of panic for DD. But the fact that they used the golem for that and they didn't get a successful fight, that's just him. He'll heal, he'll come back to the lane, and we'll see if they can get another rotation out of it.
King R waddling down that mid lane will spot a smoking crossing. So they'll quickly punish her for it, but now the Storm comes in for round number 2, jumping onto Illidan. They get the grab onto the Slark. He gets dropped. Beastmaster. Cheshire Cat rolling in, gets the roar from the Night Stalker. Another cleanup kill there as the Lesh is finished off. Now the Storm looking for thirds. As he moves forward onto Phobos, the rest of the team swarm on in. Can him and his ridiculous move speed be able to make it away? Dodges the ice path. That man's gone. Fast as lightning.
Yeah.
Vanguard plus good, going for a Crimson Guard to mitigate damage from Gyro's Black Cannon, kind of a standard build on Night Stalker these days. I love how Crimson Guard had a transition to one of the most shittiest items, even though it does not change to we need Crimson Guard every single game. And it's not just about what the item does, it's about the effect. When he pops that,
Dire's structures are fortified.
what is it, like a red ball above
Yeah,
you?
that's exactly
It
what
feels
it's
like
called,
you can't fight it.
Yeah.
Dire's
It's mental
middle
damage.
tower
That
is
might be the
falling.
new Aeon disc. Like right now, people are, you know, it's pretty cool. Cool item. Cool effect. It could soon be easily abused and then something to be feared.
Great Yules play.
Yep.
You won't be able to get the stun follow, but
Oh, but nice play by Pikachu. He went in and silenced the Lash, the only one who can actually stun him while he was one step ahead.
it was the other way. He jumped in Yules, or Orchided the Lesh, was
Yes.
trying to kill the Zeus, and then Lesh Yules the Storm in response, because that was the only way he
No,
could defend the
Zeus,
Storm.
Zeus Yule, the Storm Spirit.
Are you
And-
sure?
Yes.
Okay, could have been either. Both have Yules, I think.
Yes.
Either way,
Go
we're
get
out.
Yules.
onto the Night Stalker, and all right, it's just kind of to stop the approach of Spirit here. Yes,
Dire's middle
Double
tower
Dimension
is under
just not
attack.
happy with the positioning.
What would have been really sick is that if the Zeus did the first Yules, the Lesh should have done the second Yules, and then won the silence. Boom, gem. I do like that Spirit's kind of five a lot. This is really what they have to do, because it's their only hope really of getting the Storm killed.
Oh, it looks like they found an opportunity to make the go onto the gyrocopter, but a song
this
comes
is
out.
good.
The rotation for the Storm. He waits, he winds up, he pitches forward, moves in. The Chaotic Offering, though, is also there, and the Fatal Bonds from FNG. He was waiting in the back. Illidan going to work, looking to get a hold of Naga. Viper in trouble from the Storm. The Storm getting
no
knocked in a
mana.
bit. He has no mana now. Ice Path there to help bail him out with a dual breath. He tries to man fight it a bit with everything he's got, but it still gets dropped.
I think Illidan is happy with that trade.
They are going to lose their Night Stalker, the tanky one there at the end. Viper and FNG also dropped. It's absolutely a huge massacre in the mid lane. Everybody but Cheshire Cat.
I don't remember seeing for a long time that 10 people died if he killed them there with Edict or Pulse Nova.
That would have been amazing.
I actually felt like that was a big misexecution by Double Dimension. The Ice Path came out too late. Those 3 heroes in a
Yes.
row, they could have landed everything on. I don't know if his Ice Path was on cooldown or what, but he was just a little bit late, and all of a sudden the fight just got sloppy. It looked like the easiest setup after the song, but that could have been a lot cleaner. And I'm sure Double Dimension's kicking themselves a little bit because they're all kind of just breaking even despite the Storm advantage. But they do retain the gem at least. They win the team fight technically, and they're going to be on the map a little bit faster than their opponents. And the other great benefit is that Zeus has not been accelerating well. He's dying every fight. He's dying towards the start of the fight. His net worth is not looking very healthy. He's about equal to his Night Stalker. He's a long ways away from Ag.
I love not looking.
Nah, he's looking a bit famished. He really could use a little bit more snacks.
At least Slark got 2 kills, one on the Storm Spirit, which gave him almost 700 gold, so he's gonna have a BKB for the next fight.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
He's under leveled. Slark level 14, 24 minutes in. Doesn't sound right, but that's kind of a game that he has to play. He needs to be really defensive because Storm Spirit is so far ahead.
Radiant are scanning.
The game changer will be Aghanim Scepter on Zeus, even though everyone is building towards BKB, Gyro, Storm Spirit, even Beastmaster has one queued up.
I mean, I don't blame him. Lots of magical burst here available on Spirit in addition to the Zeus. Your little backliner Lesh, like Warlock, share of damage. Here comes double damage though. Rotating up and through the top half of the river, looking to knock on the door of Roche and say, "What's up?" Moving in, saying, "You have a mighty fine Aegis, sir. Would you mind if I beat your ass and take it?"
Not at all.
All right then. So who takes it? Storm, I would imagine, is the no-brainer.
Especially with Gem. Easy grab here. 500 gold to BKB though. He has Aegis and the BKB.
Man will never die.
Rune spawning.
Fine, grab 2, take top tier 1. Once they take those last 2 towers, like top tier 1 and top tier 2 maybe, I assume they can death push this with their Aegis. But take those towers and there's even more space that's from control.
Alright, time for Spirit to put their defenses to the test here as they easily burn through tier 1, and now the tier 2 could be next.
That is so fast. It's like at half HP already. They just got there.
Beastmaster effect, plus a little bit of liquid fire. I believe it's only level 1, but it still helps.
And it's also Aghanim Scepter on Gyro, which could
Double get the extra bit in action there.
Looks at half HP already.
Oh! Roar does finally come out, but it was a little late. Now the Thunder God jumping in Illidan, looking to put the focus onto that Beastmaster. They turn onto the Slark. He tries to hide under his Shadow Dance. Then the move in the Chaotic Offering, going to be dropped with the Fatal Bonds.
It's time to leave.
Oh, it's a lot of damage. A sleep comes out, and they realize that they have to bail out. Slark, though, looking to catch and clean up if possible. Has to jump back, then reapproaches. They'll finish off King R. Pikachu should be able to jump to the high ground, but they're not letting up one bit. Tags that shrine, tries to get additional mana, and that may be enough blue bar to get him away if necessary. Waits for the pounce, and good and gone.
That was not good for Double Dimension, considering. Yeah, the Roar was almost good, but he got the Void off first, interrupted the animation, you have to recast it, and by the time he did, it was just the Night Stalker was very gone. It's not even like that's the guy you want to roar either.
Yeah, you don't want to roar Night Stalker.
They roar him, they hit the backline with Storm, and they didn't even kill Warlock before he gets his ult off. Like, the Orchid just didn't last long enough, so that was like kind of catastrophic for DD.
And this also gave
top tower is under
Warlock
attack.
a lot of gold, level 13 as well, so he's gonna have a Glimmer Cape. Not as great, and Storm has a gem, but still good survivability.
Yeah, just makes it take longer now for him to clean up the backline. And Slark was able to hit his targets, used his BKB there, did a lot of damage to the Beastmaster, sat on the backline for the song, and yeah, things didn't work out so good for DD there.
Roar on a Night Stalker again. Storm jumps in.
Good.
Ensnare also to lock him in his spot. Crimson Guard continues to tank. Stepping from FNG. Illidan thinking about making an approach. Spots out Pikachu. Moves in with the right clicks. Illidan begins to eat a lot of damage. Forces to pop the Shadow Dance in the BKB. Tries to step off. Pounces to the low ground. Axes, Macropyre, everything to try to get a hold of that pesky little fish man, but they can't do it. He slides out and away.
They could do so, yeah.
And they do.
Yeah, he was pretty low there. Trying to save his Aegis, but
yeah. Good to pop it.
It was smart of him to wait a long time like that, because otherwise Zeus might, or the Storm might try to project his 5-ball lightning in, so he waited like an abnormally long time. I'm sure he didn't feel super comfortable pressing that button, but got him. Aegis down. Either way, the tier 2 is fallen, the tier 2 top is still there, but most of the towers are gone, so big advantage for DD.
Still own most of the real estate on the map at the moment. But Spirit are fighting. Seem to be getting these little openings during these fights that are certainly keeping their head afloat. Well, it felt like Storm was 50% ahead where the Slark even was. This game got certainly a lot closer here. Illidan nips at his heels. Zeus is getting up there as well too. He's only just a 2,000 away from where the gyrocopter currently resides.
He's almost got a sag.
He's getting up there, and his impact is certainly going to escalate once he gets that Ags online with the Nymph power.
A lot of defensive items on both teams. Night Stalker building toward pipe, same goes for Naga. Crimson Guard ready, everyone's going BKB on side of BB. I think the big game changer will be Nimbus, even though they're gonna have probably 3 BKs at that point. But they should seek a fight. Lark has a Basher, so some RNG, he could be able to kill the Storm Spirit if he goes in.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Well, here comes double damage knocking at that top tier 2 again. This time they will be able to finish it. And that removes all outer towers from Team Spirit's side. Going to be playing from in the dark. But they did take the time to kind of move through and get some defensive vision down to at least see if anyone from double damage side could make an approach onto their turf.
Double damage side, you say?
Oh, sorry, double dimension side.
Might as well call them that. It's like they've bet a few.
That's the Storm Spirit. Spada. Waiting for their next opponent.
King R moving in and Snare, Pikachu both going to go ahead and make the jump. They go ahead and pop the Crimson Guard. It's 3-on-2 numbers, but they do manage to get the Naga down. Can they at least return one? Yes.
Don't try to kill. It's going to take 8 hits, Vanscore. It's stupid.
Like, I'm good. I'm good. Runs out the other way.
I think it needs to be 6 for range heroes. 8 is like insane. That's like forever for a single hero.
Yeah.
Why does it even have 16 HP? Why doesn't it just have 8?
Because creep damage deals 1, heroes deal 2, res range. But if you're melee, you deal 4. That's why. But it needs to have less for range heroes. Range heroes need to do like 3 damage instead.
What if it has 8 and then creeps deal half of the damage?
How do you take half of 1 HP damage?
0.5 damage.
I don't know if that works. I'm not
Technology
sure.
may not be there. All right, well, they just obliterated the Beastmaster. Seriously thought it was an illusion. Oh, nice jump back. Pikachu committing in pretty deep. Does spot. Illidan pulls him right back inside into the deep part of the macro pyre. Here comes the counterplay with the chaotic offering, but is it going to be good enough? Fatal Bonds is out, but they flex off it with their magic immunity. A jump on the FNG, and they take that Warlock right out of here. Soon should be next. They're going to put their foot on his throat and make him kiss his little piggy.
Dude, that was such a sick play from Pikachu there. Like, he absolutely won that fight. He found the moment. They saw the Slark. He gets the Orchid off. No Dark Pack, no ulti. And I think the Slark used BKB when killing Beastmaster, so, like, he read that fight perfectly. And as soon as he was dead, they hesitated for, like, 4 or 5 seconds there. But as they were chasing, they finally realized, like, all right, it's time to go in, guys. They have a dead Slark. They had a dead Warlock. Go for the kill. Like, pick up the Zeus, pick up the other heroes, and he cleaned up really good.
Might have been the fight we talk about at the end of the game where we felt like it was really over for Team Spirit. But I don't want to jump to too far conclusions. Pretty significant one right there.
It wasn't like a game close or anything, but it was a big tempo change here.
Definitely stunted potentially further growth from Spirit if they can't find new openings. Okay, they want this. Illidan's coming.
Counter's Clarity Potion.
Running.
That's why you buy Tranquil's on Jakiro, dude. If that was Arcane's, this guy would have died like 20 minutes ago.
Yeah, the extra movement speed just keep.
So important. And against the Zeus. Like, Tranquil's against Zeus feels mandatory all the time. I'm curious which item did Gyro buy after his BKB here?
Going Maelstrom, I think.
Yeah, he did.
Clarity, interesting.
Yeah.
Very good with Ags. Just shoot mana at people. I think the Maelstrom's pretty good though. A lot of heroes are just subtly damaged in the fight. Farm super fast, so maybe what does he buy afterwards? Maybe like
probably Satanic, I guess, just to keep him alive.
Who had that?
But he might go for
jump in,
Spotter maybe.
Oh, they got Slark
yes.
BKB.
Yes.
Oh man, they got him.
Wow. And they're focusing the Nimbus and they take it out right away.
And they have a Beastmaster, then kill Nimbus. Man, I wish Zeus stomped this game because now he's not going to get nerfed. He doesn't even look strong. I mean, he's against the Storm, but Storm actually does make this so much more straightforward against Zeus.
Does Side Gunner work against Nimbus?
It should, I think.
I don't see why not.
But does it deal 2 damage?
It should.
Is Nimbus considered a creep? Or is the Side Gunner considered a creep control?
Look at that nice upper.
Yep, it is. Still no Slark either. He does have a buyback now, but at 20 seconds, I don't know if they want to pull the trigger on it or not, especially now that they lost their Night Stalker friend.
They're playing this game so safe. Well, okay, they're going to stick.
Oh, 3-man stun into mechanic offering. That's where you want to buy back and rush into action, I guess, but Song does come out.
Gotta be careful, he's getting bolted again. He messed up.
Oh, yeah, he's hit. That should be the end of Naga there.
And upheaval the whole time.
This is so sick, bro. Upheaval plus Nimbus.
Storm's going in.
They
This
didn't
game is
even
still
manage to
not
finish tier
over.
3.
Like, their BKBs are dropping on side of DD, and gets the haste rune. What is it? 9 seconds. Low on Gyro. Storm Spirit 1 is 6 second. Beastmaster full 10-second duration. So I'm actually really.
There just hasn't been a crazy amount of fights since they got the BKBs. There actually was quite a bit of a lull until that one fight. Bounty runes all over here. But mostly from Spirit side, it looks like. Could help a bit, but still looking pretty.
Oh, he's gonna go Halberd on Gyro. Oh, because you can disassemble for Butterfly, right?
Saw someone do that, right?
Yeah,
He went
did it the other
but
day.
yeah, but he made Heaven's Halberd as his second item, which was really great.
Yeah,
And disassembled really late and made SNY and Butter.
did he do it before Eggs too?
I think so. Yeah.
He did. Yeah, but I saw somebody use it the other day. They got on Naga, and they just kept using it on the ranged core.
He
You know?
changed it. I really didn't like it. And I feel like Slark needs a Lincoln Sphere against the Roar or to block one of the spells from Storm Spirit.
I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
It's gonna go Mjolnir first. Okay. Not the biggest fan, but the bounce range is massive. Actually, the bounce range is the same for both Maelstrom and Mjolnir now. It just bounces way more time. That's how it works. Which potentially could be good.
And approach the pit. Yeah, two really good defensive items. Now Eon Disc on Lash and Zeus, so that means Storm Spirit can't go in. They're keeping them really low. Nice place Nimbus.
Yes, it is. Right on the curve. Movement. BKB. Roar catch.
Oh no, that ain't.
And the Zeus, with that Aeon Disc, is able to flux it. Move it back and away. Gets to the high ground. Wants to burst from below. Macropyre right up through that choke point. And Storm is going to be able to move on in and get that cleanup onto Illidan.
It looked really decent.
Yeah, Illidan has a buyback, so he can buy back and try to go for a Roche. That's going to be really valid.
The cool part was that at the same time that DD went in, Illidan also hit the backline. Are they going to steal this?
No.
Oh my god.
I don't think that Double Dimension can answer for this.
I mean, they just sat there waiting for the shrine, basically.
Bummer.
But basically, they roared and went in, and as Storm jumped in to kill the Zeus, Zeus looked super dead. But Kingar was defending himself with Song of the Siren against the Slark. So it offset their ability to kill Zeus. Zeus stays alive, and the whole fight gets weird.
Yeah, because they have two Eon Discs, so he can't go on a Night Stalker because he's extremely tanky. The only one who he can kill right now.
Even less than Aeon Disc.
Yeah.
And he's not easy either. Only Warlock, and Warlock doesn't have a rock anymore, so he's just a non-moving upheaval turret. Now, Macropyre out, Vanscore getting punched in the backside by the Golem. Who gets the finish.
Well, Vanscore could have just ice path the other guy. I don't know. He went for the Lesh instead, but the game just got real weird.
And now Warlock is level 20 because of the XP talent. Even if Storm decides to go on him, that's kind of suicidal as well.
Oh my
If he drops the rock,
Yeah.
one bash from Slark, you're dead. You probably need to commit with the BKB, and his BKB is low right now.
Is that drop instant? Like, if Storm jumps in, blows at the Warlock, he can't jump back before the rock connects? Or is the rock like instant connect on death?
If he throws the overload attack and then starts ball lightning before it hits, you can do something like that, like delay the kill or drop a remnant ball away, for example.
Fiverr gonna be able to get that finish onto King R, and they quickly trade it out. Rolling on through.
They're also scared to fight. Like, they're playing this the smart way, but it's kind of curious to watch. It's like, because they know that if they don't jump on a guy, that they have to deal with lightning bolts and Nimbus and Slark chasing them down. So they're kind of playing this like hit and run kind of style in DD right now. Joe's got to be careful here.
Vardar and Night Stalker are hunters in the night for real. Oh! Jumped in, tried to get on the gyrocopter, have to settle for the van score.
Still might die.
Gyrocopter, where is he? Oh my god.
How far until his ulti?
60 seconds.
I shouldn't have asked that, took the suspense away. But
check him out.
Gyro's having a lot of trouble staying alive. Again, Gyro versus Zeus. It's not fun.
Yeah, he's got a BKB, but 2k life doesn't seem like a crazy amount.
And Slark gets on top of him every single time, just so he can pop the BKB.
I would argue that Mjolnir's a big mistake here. I don't think it's been very useful. Like, it's a 3,000 gold upgrade to increase the bounce amounts, but it's like he needs like a Satanic or something. He needs sustain basically, and Lifesteal is like the only good way to do that against the Zeus. Well, it's not even good against Zeus, is the other problem. If it's not very good against Slark, it's just kind of weird. It's a solo kill.
Going for the solo takedown of Illidan. Illidan though now has BKB and some HP. Oh,
that sure. Did he interrupt the TP by any chance?
Jason
And respawning.
He's chasing. He's going again. Bounty though. Still going. Low mana. Half spot BKB.
He wants to go. They both forcing each other's BKBs out.
Yeah, pretty sure he's at 5. Is what it is.
What do we have? One ward on the map, if I'm not mistaken.
This one? Oh, one for double dimension.
I see only one ward. Okay, 2 wards.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the Storm's been dewarding. This is one thing, he's got a gem. And Slark's also probably dewarding. And I have a feeling he interrupted the Storm TP. I'm not 100%, but because when he got Nimbus top, he had 1 empty item slot. It was like he had swapped the TP in.
Yeah.
Not sure though.
Possible.
Which is kind of a cool play. Wasted BKB charge basically. It's a really close game.
Yeah, it is. Here, Thunder Gods comes out. Provide that bit of information. What the hell Double Dimension are up to? And they are playing this one a bit more reserved. You definitely feel that they've been forced to kind of pull back a bit of their aggressive position they were in once Storm kind of reached that first initial peak. There's where the Storm Spirit was at his best. Here's where we are now.
Been a lot of Aeon discs since then.
Yep.
You know, that makes it hard for them. The right opening.
Durability is just starting to bulk up a bit here for Spirit's side.
I like the Halberd on Beastmaster. That's a great item versus like can't dispel the disarm. It only lasts for 3.5 seconds against melee, but it is an option.
Oh, Abyssal. And they're going to fall the Chaotic Offering. They burst down the Storm. Storm doesn't have a buyback. Are they going to just run? They are going to run. They don't want to have to force out the buyback right now.
Aegis is gone. And so who has the gem? Zeus picked it up.
Just picked it up.
And nicely timed. He used Abyssal Blade, and I think he scored 1 bash, plus a rock drop just to keep him in place, plus there was also a Lash follow-up stun. This is not looking good for the Dire team right now. Even though the network lead is only 1k. It doesn't mean at all at this point, but the Gyro item build...
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
He'd have a Satanic finish right now. Like this, the Mjolnir was really not worth it. He doesn't need the attack speed that much. I don't think he really needs the active too much either. Just needed to become survivable enough, and BKB just doesn't work well enough against you. It's such a small window. Only good if you're like taking a fight and winning the fight. That's it. If it's anything like longer than 5 to 10 seconds, then BKB is not going to give you enough sustain against Zeus.
And Night Stalker just hit level 20. So extra damage coming out from his talent plus 50, and he has an Qualifier. Night Stalker, I think Night Stalker deals most of the damage in the fight if we exclude Zeus. He deals more right-click damage than Slark.
There's no way. There's no way.
What?
That he deals more right-click damage than Slark? Come on.
Night Stalker?
Yeah, there's no way.
He has, what? Almost 300 damage
Not
on Night Stalker.
Really? Is that high?
He does
Nice.
have pretty much 280. And Slark has...
But he steals 3 every attack. It's true.
What if Night
And
Level
Dark
25.
Dude, Dark Pack goes up
if
to
you consider the
450 AoE damage.
Consider the attacks per second as well.
Dire's
True
top
DPS.
tower is under attack.
There's no way to win.
Now you're talking about spell damage burns. We are now talking about Dark Pack, AoE, 550.
Oh, is Kunkka the best damage hero in the game? That's what you're trying to say? Cheat crits. I see your point though. It's definitely pretty respectable right click. The Nullifier definitely pushes it into an interesting place. He went for the damage perk over the movement speed at 20, so now we're done. A new whole new territory for Night Stalker.
And Spirit, very much holding control of the map here. Maybe even just timing things out, going for the safer play while waiting for the Roche to come back, which may respawn 25 seconds time.
Radiant are
Gotta be
scanning.
careful of the stragglers here. And oh, they see
Oh,
Cheshire and
God.
the Nimbus, which is just the casual global TP cancel. Now forces Beastmaster to reenact scene from The Fugitive.
I'm disappointed. Like that just feels unfair to me, honestly. I don't know what it is, but that guy deserved to get out, in my opinion. That's what it feels like.
So
but
we're back to
understand.
Zeus being nerfed.
I don't know. That felt real broken. Man, Nimbus is real good. Maybe like
He is a god.
all right, here's another compromise. Nimbus Flame Bolt doesn't stun.
Can they get this Night Stalker down? He's so big and bad. Oh man, I don't know. Chaotic Offering coming out with the Fatal Bonds in the upheaval, and Dire are suddenly feeling a bit sticky.
That guy's so hard to kill.
They just can't. They just can't. They're just forget it. They will get the Golem, but that was like a full team swarming, and the Batman just shrugs him off.
They're still trying to kill the Night Stalker. They're not gonna do it. Even if they do, he still has a buyback.
It's the only target's Warlock, and FNG is
Also really hard to kill.
he's got the positioning.
Lotus Orb, almost level 25 on Warlock.
I thought his golem was already hard to kill. I was like, is that guy 25 already? Like, the storm hit him a little bit?
Almost.
Did almost nothing. Oh. You know what build I think Darrow maybe should have gone this game was like Deso Satanic. That's too crazy. I don't know, but
I don't remember. That's so.
it's like lasers. It looks real cool. But I don't think I've ever felt serious about it. But this game, there's a lot of low armor heroes on the enemy team. This game. I feel like it could have been potentially good. He would have killed the golems faster.
Maybe that's Zeus for sure.
Yeah, Zeus would have gone shredded.
Flexing only 9.
Dire
It's like a
are
good
scanning.
solution for all these Neon heroes. Like, who cares about these small windows where they're survivable? I'm still just gonna like roll in and deal tons of damage. And it makes Satanic better. I don't know.
Dude, check out that Macropire from Fanscore.
That's a pretty good Macropire.
Plays it out. Night Stalker. Getting torched up. Can't get it off. That's a gem on the deck. And
not
maybe
sure.
an opportunity for Double Dimension to move in and go for the opening. Illidan, though, makes a new approach. Satanic.
Oh my
Heavy
God.
damage onto the Gyro. Gyro might be able to get it off in time. He's fighting forward. And he's going to be able to live on. Oh, Double Dimension. Get
my
exactly what they need. And 3 buybacks, count them 3, are going to be forced out from Team Spirit now.
They
It would be a
finally have
different story if Night Stalker could use cheese right there. Can you
Yep.
can you rewind a little bit?
No, I'm in lobby. I'm sorry.
in lobby? Oh,
no,
It
no
was
rewind
so
capability.
close, dude. That missile got there just in time.
Yeah.
Dire's bottom
Actually,
tower is
That's
under
crazy to
attack.
think. Yeah, it would have been completely different.
But that Macropire, bro.
That was genuinely a very useful. That was like a 10-second macro fire or something. That was full damage, dude.
No, it was great. It was good. The ridiculous amount of CC.
And Satanic finally pulling into the game, you could really see the difference. If
Yeah.
that was no Satanic, Gyro runs for his life, they disengage, nothing.
Yep.
But they take a little bit of ground from that.
Regen about to get spotted from Naga. Storm can jump up and then jump over for it. No, Naga's just going to grab it before someone else does, it looks like. All right, real close to 25 now for FNG. They may even just wait for it before they make their next move. Who else is there? We've got still 24 on our Slark friend. Docker 21.
Radiant are scanning.
Value plate mail there.
Yeah. Ooh, he has a nullifier on Storm, so he can kill Slark with his combo nullifier plus silence.
It's been a long time since I played against Storm Nullifier, but I remember when I did, it was not fun because he could just gap close so far that if you don't play well, he just instantly disables you and you're just done. Nullifier Orchid Man's the son of doom, as OD Pixel calls it.
Son of doom. Poor man's doom, really, yeah.
I don't know why he says son. It's kind of weird, but I understand.
But when you play Storm Spirit with nullifier, you need to use nullifier when? I'm not sure. Do you just use it right away while you're flying, or do you need to use it when you're
rock?
Because of the projectile.
He dropped the rock the first time right inside the pit. He may have been able to catch 4, but they're gonna have to settle for the 1. We saw a counterplay. The BKBs that they fight it on in. The Storm gets the Aegis. It was gonna be the Radiant who get the last hit, but Illidan fights right forward and through them.
It's Titanic.
And that's going to be the Aegis down. If he does manage to get up to Titanic, is going to be going in, trucking over the other, gets it down. Fiber on the outside. Also going to get dropped right here. Double dimension. Crumbling a bit. Buying in. Buyback from Shakiro and company as they try to make chase onto G. Pikachu wants to go for the finish. FNG can't offer a whole lot to stop him. Forced to heals up. They'll eventually bring him down. Now Phobos stepping in. One more right click. Jeez, he can't use it. Yeah, he's nullified. The nullify prevents him from getting the sustain out, and more buybacks will begin to trickle in. Night Stalker now under the focus. Again, still very, very tanky. Here comes trouble. It's Pikachu all the way to the back. That's going to force out the new rock drop, a gem on the ground. A buyback force from the Warlock, but he is the only man left for Team Spirit. Double Dimension chewing through everything they have and have earned the GG call.
Ooh. Dude, that ball was so sick. Came out of nowhere and I was like, dude, he missed the fight. Where did he pick? Nails the back line. Those last 2 fights were so close, actually, and all of a sudden, 2 fights, game's over.
If he could have used the cheese right there, he would have lived.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
So, you know how it goes. Phobos gets his respect ban, the Axe, and Lycan's got to go because everybody's
Works very good in CIS.
Everybody's playing frickin' Lycan in CIS.
Dire team pick.
Would you say that Lycan's the CIS hero right now? Like the CIS hero? Or who would be the CIS hero?
Well, he's not gonna beat Disruptor, that's for sure, but he's been played a lot in CIS. I've seen him in other regions as well. The hero is just way too good. I think me and Purge discussed it during the game number 1 about him being such a strong hero because
10
position
seconds
4
remaining.
heroes kind of changed, and most of them were those controlling the
5
team fights, those
seconds
Sankings, Clockworks, Earth Spirits, whatever, some kind of a stun. Now you have Kairat Mages, you have Warlocks, kind of stuff that's really weak when and has no control whatsoever.
Dire team
By being weak, I mean weak against Lycan.
Even like Bane and Jakiro are not very good, arguably, against Lycan. And Underlord completely fell off as well, so more or less so.
Radiant team pick.
There's not a lot of things that are consistently good against Lycan in CIS these days.
All right, so we get another Night Stalker in the first round again. After yesterday we saw like no Night Stalker, today it's like Night Stalker every game when Ranger comes out, and yeah, it's a little bit of flip. Naga Siren and Jakiro, that or maybe Disruptor, or maybe FNG just wants to play the
10
Warlock
seconds
for
remaining.
another game. You know, could be really any of those things.
5 seconds remaining.
Shadow Demon is still in the... Go for it.
Pretty good SD game, actually.
Against the Wind Ranger, that's one of the best heroes you can get, constant with spells.
Who,
You
Shadow
can't-
Demon?
Yeah, so you can't
Yeah,
use
that's a cool hero
the
though.
Wind Run.
Radiant team
Prevent Wind
attack.
Run, shackle whoever gets, or disrupt whoever gets shackled.
Oh, sorry guys, Jakiro.
Disrupt the silence. It could still. Okay, probably.
I mean, I wanted to see this.
I mean, it could still happen. Have you guys tried
Oh, wow,
Naga
that is
Siren
pungent.
Diffusal Blade yet? Don't do it. But it's really not. You're like, why am I not just like? Got all those perks that look appealing. You're like, oh, 10% mirror
seconds
image,
remaining.
cool.
Wow.
And you start hitting buildings, and you're like, oh, that's right. They still do no damage to
5
those.
seconds remaining.
It's not. There's like no comparison to Meteor Hammer. Like if you're playing like Carry Naga, you still get Meteor. Like there's just no. It's a downer. Like
Don't mind me, I'm just enjoying some pizza in a bag.
what is that?
Pizza in a bag?
Tell me about it.
Dire team
Oh,
back.
let me tell you about it. That's this right here. I'm enjoying some buffalo pizza style pizza in a bag. Super snack time.
Pepperoni jerky.
Radiant team
Probably the
back.
first thing.
Created by the Epic Mealtime guys. It's a meat jerky with real ingredients. That's the spicy one, or spicy one. It's the buffalo.
You didn't
It's
tell
not
me.
that spicy.
It's okay. Tastes very fresh, very pepperoni-like, delicious.
You just keep pulling out the fresh word. Love saying fresh.
BTS. It's easy to say when you're
10
selling out food,
seconds
even though if it's
remaining.
true or not. Just drop that F-bomb. All right, here we go. Back to the
5
draft.
seconds remaining.
We have a Visage Band out, and
But it
DP's
is
also got to go.
spicy. It is spicy. It's just
It's hitting you now.
Time.
Now it's hitting you.
You
It's hitting you now.
need to tap out.
No.
Starting to sweat.
You eat some more. Yeah, this is enjoyable. Is it really that spicy though?
It definitely has a bit of a backdraft. Like you
Okay.
put it down, and then it's like, hey, hold on a second.
Okay.
Some fire in there going. So
Naga
Espada.
Jakiro open. Espada. How will they do in this match?
how are they walking? Are they sweating?
They're playing the next series. I really like Espada. I'd like to see them qualify.
After this game, I believe the coverage is going to be transferred over off into our Amsterdam
Dire
hub,
team back.
where we have OD and Fogged, who are going to be bringing the next 2 series of CIS qualifier action. So, could be exciting. PL now, then. About draft, or don't have an answer for the PL, or maybe they're looking to go for some PL typical. Get the upper hand on.
10 seconds remaining.
PL, obviously, a lot of ways to dodge out stuff from Nog Hero,
5
so.
Very good at
seconds
killing them
remaining.
too once he gets defusal.
Mhm.
Always look at like low armor supports in his PL. You're gonna have a good time, more or less.
They're taking a lot of time about the last ban. Night Stalker is gonna be their vision hero.
Radiant team
This is a good ban. Team Spirit loves to play it.
It gives them everything. It like
Yes.
helps you dumpster the off lane, dual lane with bonus damage. It helps you team fight, helps you push towers. It just covers so many bases. It'd be good with like Naga Siren setup and Eclipse and stuff. And they grab the
Dire team
Disruptor comes out. I like Disruptor a lot. That's a new
More
hero.
Thunder. They just
Wow,
seem to
I
love
like this.
Thunder heroes, right?
The Razor pick's really cool. I was wondering about why Razor has fallen off. Like, feels like all of a sudden everyone forgot about him. I get that has some issues, but against Wind Ranger he's really good. Got to dispel every 5 frickin' seconds. Wind Run is borderline useless in a lot of cases if it
10
procs at the right
seconds
time.
remaining.
You can also static link into Song, just prepping for a
5
setup, for
seconds
example.
remaining.
You can just reduce Wind Ranger's damage to nothing. Then Focus Fire only does magic damage with any procs from like Maelstrom or Javelin. It's okay.
I agree. I like it a lot. We don't see it
It's
enough.
unreliable against the Wind Ranger proc. Wind Ranger
true.
has a good range, and it needs to hit at the right moment. And if Ranger, if she uses a Wind Run, she's gonna try to stay away from static link. So be careful about this.
Wonder if Team Spirit will consider something like a clock to help lock someone down, and then Razor can have an easier time sucking up the damage.
I agree with you, but at least when I just forget about it all the time. When I play against Razor's passive, I'll have like a haste or a DD, and all of a sudden I'll be like, "Oh, shit!"
yeah, I
like,
forgot.
You know,
Yeah.
like I feel like a couple moments of that can absolutely change a game where you die when you weren't supposed to. Maybe at super high, not going to be as much of a problem, but at least they have the tool there. I guess is the way they look at it. Same vein, Razor also has vulnerabilities. Like he gets Maelstrom Focus Fire, he's still going to die. In fact, let's think it's like Blade Mill or something. Do something like that, perhaps.
I'm liking this. Some fun heroes now. They have the Iron Chill hero, like Night Stalker, or Night Stalker rather.
What are you excited about?
What?
CIS Classic Disruptor Darkseer combo.
Yeah.
Glimpse into the Surge. The best combo.
It's a shame they don't have the Naga. Yeah. Big
Talking
Disruptor
10
setup with
seconds
Darkseer
remaining.
and company, but I don't know
5
what.
seconds remaining.
Is this more for their lineup though, or are they taking it in response to some Team Spirit? Because I don't think anything about Razor says, "Oh, let's get a Darkseer now." But maybe just being more enabled by their own lineup, or just Cheshire Cat's like, "You like playing Darkseer this game?"
They have a lot of magic damage right now, and against Razor, I think that's a good solution because Razor is kind of like he's kind of weak to magic, heavy magic damage. Because he either has to buy like a hood, which he doesn't like to do that much, or he has to get like a BKB and rely on that. I think the last obvious pick for Double Dimension is something like an Ember, or like some other like Iron Shell carrier basically, and then they're just gonna run down their opponents because their opponents
Ember.
have like Song Jakiro setup, so they just need something that can fight all the time, abuse Iron Shell, and then they just can't stop them from constantly fighting. Like their lineup is just so obvious. And normally I can't
Yeah,
see
but
stuff
this
like
Razor,
this.
Purge, Ember Spirit Shield.
Oh, you're so right, dude. Countered! Iron
Oh,
Shell.
that's
Iron
so
Shell counters all Iron Shells. Counters
It's so
all
stupid. I
flame
mean, that
guards.
spell is like 500 magical damage
Dire
absorbed,
team back.
and then you just purge it every 5 seconds
Yeah,
for no reason.
you're actually so right. Just get a level 1, dude. Max it first.
I
You don't
think
need to
Tuka. His X is going to be pretty valuable here, catching either Wind Rangers running away, Darkseer surging away. Trevor wants to glimpse him in, bail himself out.
What's the interaction usually?
10 seconds remaining.
If you have shield on with Ember
5 seconds
Yep.
remaining.
and Razor purges you,
Yep.
does it first purge or does it first deal? Is
I
the
would-
damage going to be mitigated by the
Radiant
shield?
team
I would
back.
guess yes. Because I imagine that as it's applied, it does damage and it dispels. The damage is probably blocked, I'm guessing, and then it dispels the rest afterward. I would assume. I mean, it's kind of irrelevant, kind of arguably, but I think I would guess that's something like that. I'm not sure though.
No matter how much you know about Dota, there's always stuff that you just
10
can't know.
seconds remaining.
Of course, there's like hundreds of heroes, 3,
5
4,
seconds
5,
remaining.
6, 7 spells each. Interactions between each other is just indefinite.
Radiant
It's like the
team
universe
pick.
itself. Alright, I like these last couple bans. Well, intriguing nonetheless. There's no vehicle or bomb candidate on Team Spirit side, but they still fear the Life Stealer.
They might still go. Oh, no.
The
So they
Juggernaut.
need
Oh, I'm sorry.
something stupid.
I can say it for you, just whisper.
Dire team.
Then I'll take the fall.
They ban Jug because he's good at evading Kunkka combos. They go Doom, so it's gonna be offlane Doom, carry Razor, mid Kunkka probably. They'll probably try to put Razor versus the Wind Ranger. Is that true?
That could be Wind Ranger on a mid lane. Or
I guess it could also be the support, right? That's why they left the draft like that. Guess
but
that's-
yeah, then if it's a Wind Ranger support, it's probably core because then you end up with
5
Darkseer,
seconds remaining.
it's gonna be Darkseer and
Night
Night Stalker
Yes.
for sure.
the core Wind Ranger.
Okay, yeah, I guess so.
And whether it be mid or side lane.
Unless they pick, say, yeah, there's no way, right? They can't. They have no other carry or on DD other than Wind Ranger, more or less. Some that scale.
Some tough decision that good carries are out of the game and you're playing a Doom. You're playing against Razor and Kunkka.
I mean, I'm looking at that Darkseer lane, and I genuinely feel like they just honestly lane Razor versus it, and they get static link level 1, and they get the passive 2, or they just get the passive level 1. Honestly,
Virgin.
they're just gonna dispel an Iron Shell every 5 seconds. It's like if you ever tried trading
Choose
hits,
your hero.
Darkseer is worthless.
Alright, so this could be an answer to a Razor. Pop and pop the static link back and keep stealing the damage so nothing happens. Good against Kunkka as well.
Transform every 5 seconds to dispel your opponent's back.
Yeah.
Zap,
That's
transform,
balance.
zap, transform. Cool. Yeah, I think the Morph is a good pick here.
Alright, they brought him up in like one of the other drafts, one of the older games, and I got the impression he was very situational, so I guess this is just one of those times he gets pulled out. Very fun draft for our game 3 here. A lot of new fresh faces coming out here. Darkseer, Disruptor finally gets some airtime again. The Razor,
10
which
seconds
I don't even
remaining.
remember the last time we've seen a Razor in recent tournament play.
5
So
seconds remaining.
this is going to be a hype one. 1-1, game 3.
Those look like they're gonna put him safe lane too. Illidan's gonna play Razor, so. Huh. Interesting.
So mid lane, G Kunkka. I have not seen that a whole lot. G's been playing the game since Dota 1, been pro since then, so I'm sure he's been through almost every hero in rotation. But
I remember a mid Lich, carry Lich.
mid carry Lich from G?
Yeah, it was a long time ago.
Whoa.
He went like Yags meal. It was a long time
I mean,
ago.
the thing is, like, yeah, they've played like probably every hero in that position that they, favor, but the heroes have also changed probably a bit since the last time they've had to pull them out in the lane.
The
so,
game is paused.
kind of knows with the
taking
animations. They've been
way
having to
too
do
much.
that. Yeah, they've been doing that a couple times, pausing in the draft. Sure, I guess there's always like lag as they initially go in. I couldn't tell you. So, who do you get in the lanes leading out of the gate here? Who wants to establish dominance in the lanes? Who's it more critical for?
I guess based on the Razor passive, I honestly feel like DD has to dodge the Razor wherever he goes. Just feels like too much of a difficulty. Like their other benefit is they could just double Iron Shield the creep wave, and then it's harder for Razor to selectively dispel the right guy. But if they try doing like if they try like Iron Shielding Night Stalker and having him fight supports, then Razor like moves over, dispels it, boom, 130 mana wasted on. I feel like they swap that out. They like to put the Iron Shells versus Doom maybe, but that said, Doom can also just eat one of the creeps. Like it feels, or maybe he can get a dispel creep. It just feels kind of hard. For
I think
DD
the laning
matchup.
stage for Double Dimension is really Disruptor, not the best laner in 2 versus 2. You have Night Stalker as position 4, which I not that great. In this patch, he's been nerfed way too much. He has really hard time working after the first and second night. Contributing that much as a position 4 hero, also in the laning stage, not that strong. Other position 4 heroes.
I mean, his utility can come with plenty of items. He might deceptively tank a lot of a gank, and then you can suddenly turn it around. I mean, he'd be pretty effective as a punching bag. Deceptively strong, but yeah, his toolkit can fall off a little bit later on. Let's get underway here as we call to action. Scope out some of the lineups here on Spirit. Going to be on your Radiant side. It looks like we have FNG sporting the Warlock the previous 2 games. Now on the Jakiro, Phobos on his Doom. Mid lane's going to be G's Kunkka. Along bottom, got Biver, Naga Siren, and Illidan Storm Rage on your Razor. Cheshire Cat, Kingar, and Pikachu are going to be rolling through this bottom lane.
There's another hero.
30
What?
seconds
There was
to
a
battle.
4th there.
Oh, is there? 1, 2, 3. Oh, you're right. Dance score.
Build on Wind Ranger. Yeah. Anything besides Nultiles. Usually you would get 2 branches, Fairy Fire, something.
Maybe he's waiting to see what his matchup is or something. Like with the first set of items that comes out, rather than just bringing a salve, he might bring out like.
He's bringing Dangos.
Okay, so this means that he's lane swapping again. Maybe he's gonna
The
go
battle
off.
begins.
Looks like it. Taking here for now.
This makes sense.
Vansor's easy route
Okay.
for him.
All right, I see this in pubs sometimes, like a Wind Ranger +1 in the offlane. It can work really. Obviously, there's the typical like support Wind Ranger, but core offlane is kind of like a Mirana offlane. Sort of a similar playstyle in hero.
I think Morph does really well on the mid lane against Kunkka. Kunkka can't kill him, even if he gets level 6. This is a good game for Morph on a mid. Yes, he's gonna get harassed by G, but Morphling also has a lot of harassment too. But there's no way he can burst him.
Now they can do Iron Shells versus Doom, which is the best solution here. Can't eat all of the creeps, and Night Stalker definitely a little tricky here. They kind of put themselves into a corner slightly against the Razor, but looks like they're going to be able to make a workout.
Eldon and Wind Ranger are going to be going toe-to-toe in the lane.
Yep, as soon as the static link comes out, he wind runs and runs away, and I doubt he got more than like 7 damage. Yeah. A little tough for Razor here, actually.
Strike as the supports continue to trade, trying to divert the attention away from the cores. No matchup on one end. G's 6-3 to Morphling's 4-0. Kunkka inches ahead bit by bit here, trying to get the most out of his little Tidebringer hits.
It's so hard to last hit versus Kunkka.
First for the deny. Got it.
Dude, he gets every single one.
The wave run forward. He'll hit him, but there's the salve. G will be fine. Drugs that one off. Doom's getting plenty of CS here. 6-3. Even though he's having to work against this Ion Shell, still able to bring in plenty of right clicks with FNG over his shoulder, softening up Cheshire Cat where possible.
Kingar just body blocking that camp so Doom can get the creep.
Yep.
You should just use it.
Just what I
Use that Devour if he could have used it already. Maybe he's just waiting for the next Iron Shell creep and eat it.
There's the Ion Shell.
He
Can he eat?
Dark
Are you sure?
I mean, he could leave the lane temporarily. Just a little bit. Maybe it's a bad idea to give up 30 seconds, but... And then he could creeps by the shrine. What they got?
Purge.
Beautiful.
Infernal.
He has the Centaurs and Satyrs, but not the goods.
Still
Probably
doing fine,
the worst one. Yeah, that's the worst combo.
Oh, you get the neutral small centaur, the aura.
The Banisher? Or no?
10% magic resistance to his heroes and 20% to the creep, so it offsets the Iron. Is that worth it? I don't know if it is.
Little null field.
Yeah, basically. Doesn't seem terrible, actually.
That's not a bad idea.
20% resistance to creeps.
Looks like our first blood's here. Vanscore are going to get whipped down. It's Illidan who grabs it up. We didn't need to stab up too much damage. It looked like just a bit out of position with the assistance of the Ensnare to get it down. And things are opening up a bit further here for G in the mid lane. 18-8 to Morphling's 11-0. Oh! Hard shot there. Meanwhile, DK Phobos is going to get the takedown of the Darkseer. Cheshire Cat grabbed in the river, it looks like.
Then, oh, he did eat it with Centaur. Got the Warstone.
He didn't eat the small one.
It's a mistake. Oh, I see the camp respawn. He'll change his mind.
2-0 now. Spirit managed to find a couple of kills. Why don't we make it, 2-1? Morphling with assistance from that Disruptor gets to take down the mid lane. My bad. I'm missing that one.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Morphling is such a strong lane. Pretty impossible to burst him, especially with the heroes that they have.
Radiant are scanning.
Or even burst is deal with his right click.
Yeah.
He just hits so hard all the time. And yeah, Kunkka can deny a lot of things, but if Morphling just hits Kunkka constantly, been doing a good job considering the fact that Kunkka's denying so much. Yeah. Looks like the lanes are going fine for Double Dimension. They're less, I mean, not as good, but they're being semi-competitive. They're just a little bit behind in every lane.
It's a 5-minute fight now for the runes, and what's happening? They're swinging out towards the bottom, but as Phobos wants to go in and get a hold of a bounty rune, he may pay the price for it. 8-6 makes it back under the Double Dimension. I mean, pops us out.
He had an illusion and himself with an iron shot. If he just walked instead of right click, like, he would have done so much damage. I feel like he would have had that kill otherwise, but I guess it would have been a little all-in under the tower.
Five-minute runes are always very tense. Kind of keep eyes on both sides there.
Oh, Kuman, mid lane dodges and snare. That would have been a kill.
Oh, because he would have had like Bodex or something.
Yeah.
Oh, he goes for the Torrent. Barely stepped out there from the morph. Looks like Dan scores back. So 3-on-2 in the mid lane.
I love this gun.
You know what's the best one is the new Wraith King one. Do you have that one?
No, I haven't seen it.
I didn't even
So
see
good.
Just keeps taunting himself away. Grabs the X, Torrent, bow combo, the whole kit and caboodle for King R.
Dire's
Full
middle
Spear now
tower
ahead
is
3-1.
under attack.
Can you use the hero's taunt when you shapeshift from Morphling?
Imagine not.
Dakota asking the right questions.
I mean, that would be pretty cool.
Like asking if Rubik can use an Aghanim Scepter ultimate without having it.
Man,
Gotta equip that thing.
You have to spoil everything. Not too much action happening. Oh, Doom actually got the Purge creep. That's good. Like
Really mana expensive. That's the only big downside.
Isn't it 50 mana?
God no. Not that spell.
Ooh, 120.
That spell was way too good though. Remember when that ability when people realized how stupid OP it was? Like
Yeah.
on Shen, they're like, oh, I'm gonna perma-slow you for 20 seconds or something.
yeah.
If that one was 50, it'd be way too good. Way too good.
God, simultaneous breakout here.
I think the 50 on Tomato Bear is way too good.
It's just doesn't stay, you know, it's not like it doesn't have good longevity. It's a great laning stage, but same with like Earth Shock on Ursa. It's really good in lane, but like late game it's such a bad nuke.
Yeah, but what if you get AoE?
The AoE, the big one?
It's AoE
still
talent.
not good actually. It's not very. I've
almost
only tried it
full
once.
screen.
It is, yeah, but yeah, that's it. It's like
and then you get
240 damage.
Kaya and Doctorine.
Is under
You're
attack.
right. You can amplify that 240 damage. Yeah. It's not great. Surprisingly.
So what's the first pickup for your Kunkka in this game after completing out the wand here?
What's typical is like Armlet. Then you go like, or you go Shadowblade first. A lot of players are going Shadow. Looks like he's gonna think about going Drum first, which I think is probably fine. Gives you some mana.
Drum Shadowblade is the build. I'm not a big fan of an Armlet.
That's fair. You get both, it can be really worth it. I don't play Kunkka very often, but Shadowblade's the most fun. But Armlet is just super easy cleave damage for free, basically. So he's gonna go for the kill.
Yep. Glimpses him back, but the X was already there.
Oh,
with
that's
the
a
bow,
nice
with the
placed
torrent.
kinetic field.
But he's not able to quite get the easy finish. He'll have to work a bit harder for it, but there it is. At the same moment, though, a dive from Spirit also occurs at the top lane as they get Cheshire Cat. 2 kills across the board.
Is under
It's a
attack.
very respectable kinetic field, but both of them played really well. Like, G just randomly ran towards his opponent when he was kind of baiting out, thinking like, oh, I'm going to splash you, right? Gets the X off, goes for the boat combo, and kinetic field just wasn't quite enough. Having the Dispo creep, the Purge creep top end on Doom is just so useful. It's easy.
Be going for another, but they cancel it out. The second they see rotations coming in, oh, they surge the Disruptor just as he was backpedaling a bit, and now he's not going to get close enough for the glimpse.
Can dispel two things with one. Iron Shell answers.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Makes me wonder if he even had to Doom him, but probably a lot simpler. So 3 big gold advantages for the raiding team, but good thing you grab the creep, dude.
Is under attack.
Got it.
Radiant's bottom tower
Mana for
is
farming,
under attack.
watch out.
Thunderclap. The Hellbear Smasher must be awesome when he's at concerts. You know,
Clapping all the time.
must be the loudest clap ever.
I'm sure somebody's made
I can't
a.
believe you found that joke fun.
Somebody's definitely made a video of that, right? Like
I don't know. We will
a
next
field of
summit.
Hellbear Smashers like clapping to beat.
And that's how the apocalypse came. Giant Taylor Swift concert for the Hellbear Smash.
Oh, Dispo!
Bottom. Illidan shows up. Sucks away the damage. Now DK Phobos steps into play a bit. And they're able to get the takedown to the Night Stalker. Kuman begins to morph away onto the strength. Power shot flies out. Pikachu, bit of body block action there. And the ensnare will catch.
Good damage.
Turn their attention back onto Phobos now. Illidan very low. Wants to fend them off. Power shot looks like just misses his mark. And really no severe bloodshed. Oh, except the Night Stalker.
Link doesn't have treads yet, that's why. Or boots. That's why that was so difficult. He steals 100 damage, why doesn't he just kill everybody? But yeah, having no treads there was actually really costly.
Yeah, this skunk is slowly getting out of control already. 5,000 net worth, almost level 10. His level 10 talent is just way too good. 40 damage on a hero like that scales so well into the late game.
I think he's inconsistent late as a pump. X is really good a lot of time, but I don't know if this will be a kill. He's full HP right now.
They're gonna go for it. He already starts the morph.
He misses the combo.
Wow. And he happened to waveform during the X pullback, so.
That magic window.
Yep.
FNG will pay the price. It looks like here, Thunder Strike for a bit more vision. He dukes and jives, but it might have been just enough time for Cheshire Cat to just fall under the tower. He runs back out and away. Down south. Man has no TP though.
I love what the FNG does. Did you notice in every single game, he pings out the way that the heroes are running away. That time, who was it? The Lycan that was running out of the base? He was just pinging it out.
He always knows, man.
Feeling under the weather?
Maybe he plays with pumpkins.
Oh yeah, plays with pumpkins.
Never know.
Gonna have to get the admin on that.
Didn't get caught in this ban wave, but maybe the next. But it does seem he always pings correctly about Juke Path. Definitely impressive.
Well, they did just have a ban wave, so he survived it. Everything's fine. Smoke movement coming out. Advance score. We hopefully set something up for King R and company. There's the move.
Very farm disruptor. Watch out.
Here we go. Moving in. Stack Storm. Kinetic Field. Right clicks.
And he gets the last hit. That's boots.
Congratulations.
Woo!
There they are.
Oh,
any boots,
he had boots
possibly
before.
tranquil bits.
Very timely boots transfer. He bought those on a loan. He's gonna have to pay that back now that he's gotten the kill.
Radiant's top tower
And with
is
that
under
kill,
attack.
that's a huge one. 12 seconds for Doom to be dead. Now they can pressure and sit around the enemy tower. They go for the glimpse back. Nice. They glimpsed him. G is back to his lane.
He's probably
That
hoping
loan
he
from
TP'd in from the
Druid.
shrine. I gotta walk those 20 feet over again. Alright, 75, 1k net worth advantage. Is this how you guys were expecting things were going to be panning out, just based on the draft and how we were heading into the game initially?
I thought it was going to be worse
Radiant's
just
middle
because of
tower
all the
is under
dispels they
attack.
had. And I would say Darkseer's doing a little bit bad, but it looks like they're close enough that they can definitely take this lane.
Comes trouble. Spirit attempting a flank maneuver here. But they do have Phobos and Biver waiting within the trees. A Song and a Doom in their pockets.
I don't like this build on Darkseer. Not even 1 point in bacon.
Radiant's top
There's the
tower
move.
is under attack.
Razor's running away from his allies here. towards the tower, or more are TPing in. It's going to be full reinforcements potentially here for Spirit Squad. Looks like they're going to get the takedown of that Darkseer. They look to chase for more. Nice setup with the Ice Path. Macrofire burns through the trees. War stomps there from Phobos. And they'll right-click them down.
I think I'm going to agree with the lack of vacuum. It's a bit of a mistake, but Razor's Dispel actually wrecked that fight. Like, that's literally 2 Ion Shells that got dispelled. First one was instantly on the Night Stalker, and then later on the Darkseer as well. Like, Razor is that was actually a very big oversight picking Darkseer against Razor. I think.
Illidan confidently strutting his stuff, looking to move in. Shackled on the Biver. Boat on in, finds connection. Onto Pikachu. Pikachu going to be forced to wind run up north and make it away. Stackstorm going to be committed and dropped as they try to zone back trouble and keep Cheshire Cat safe. Biver very low, hiding within those trees. They'll ultimately find him and take him down. Kuma in the meantime going to be able to go for the finish, and G is also dropped. Not quite see G go down right there under the tower.
Very chaotic fight by both teams. Not the perfect execution, spells not connecting. I just feel like Darkseer is a strong hero.
He's not a strong hero most of the time. He's definitely even worse now in this game.
Yeah, I mean, right now it's feeling like he's an insurance policy for a decent high ground defense later in the game.
Yeah, like the vacuum wall stuff later is fine, but that's all it really feels like. It like barely feels like an ultimate to me.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Just don't have a lot of confidence. Let's see if they can deny here.
Nice. Little deny from Vanscore. Clutch.
Very ready for the Razor stuff.
Radiant's bottom tower has
all right, G rushing in, looking to go for the X. He got it. That means trouble's coming in the form of a giant shark in team. Nice. Darkseer's gone. Fence is weakened. And Spirit are confident to move on forward and etch away at this tier 2 if possible. In the meantime, Kumin on that Morphling trying to split pressure as much as possible, but we all know Morphling needs plenty of time to really come online. He's working his way towards getting that Linken's.
Good ward reading by Vanscore, because Darkseer got caught there by an X mark.
It's almost for a Morphling. I guess X is still a really big problem right now. It's basically functioning as a glimpse of their own. I think Disruptor has still been useful. Vanscore has been a good job, but combo's good stuff.
Also, Kunkka is really great against Disruptor. If you time it right, just use the X mark on a guy who has a glimpse on himself.
I mean, it's not that hard. 8-second cooldown. You got the opportunity.
G?
G?
G's like, what, bruh? I'm good. And we're good to go.
Where's the chat wheels, man? Seems like group stage, chat wheels constant. Now, as soon as they hit playoffs, they're like, oh, we're playing serious now, guys.
Was there a lot of chat wheel spam at actual TI? Fair amount?
There was. It wasn't, like, ridiculous, but it was definitely there.
Here comes Spirit. Vanscore, a man who will tank the finest of ganks. See you later, sir. The worst thing ever, but Cheshire Cat realizes that they are going to have to hand over this tier 1 tower. Spirit not done. They actually don't want to push forward. No, they're just looking for more. They know that they are a team that can take a fight, and they'll just take hold of the map if they can't take hold of Double Dimension themselves. Dimension just need time. Morphling to become a problem. We want Wind Ranger to get items. She's trying to get a BKB. Will help, but I just don't know if the time is on their side.
Yeah, it seems like Spirit's timing is just a little bit earlier here. All the heroes are basically ready to fight from now till the rest of the game. But I mean, if they can keep it close and get a little bit ahead on Wind Ranger and Morphling, yeah, they can snowball this a little bit. They're uphill against the power advantage right now.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And even the Naga's just rushing Spirit Vessel once he gets that. It's gonna be hard for Morphling to survive in the center.
Oh, nice! Macropire Ice Path combo coming out from FNG will allow for the easy burn of Vanscore. They also got taken out Wind Ranger, it looks like in the bottom lane. A grab from G at that same moment.
Yeah, Kunk has been really good against Wind Ranger. He's very burstable, doesn't have enough survivability, and just the bow torrent, I guess, is just too much. You know what she needs to do maybe is like save Windrun until right before the combo hits.
Yeah, if you're trying to run away and he catches you, you're dead for sure.
But you need to have your HP high enough that the burst doesn't kill you. So maybe change itemization a little or something. Minimum, he should get a raindrop actually. I think a raindrop.
He has an Ogre Club, but it is in the backpack. The King R is going to suffer the wrath of Spirit here as the three of them get surrounded. Illidan's going to pick up the last hit and puts him a step closer on finishing a BKB. He's got slotted up, but definitely just says that Spirit are looking to go soon. Get a BKB, move in and make the most out of the 10 seconds.
When you have Disruptor and Darkseer, I'll save that for later. You don't have a Darkseer.
Alright, well, that was just a straight up 1v1 fight that G's happy to take.
He just kept right-clicking him.
I'll just slash you, dude. Chop off your pointy ass head. Oh, Naga's trying to desperately get off the song. Does so. And Team Spirit make a bit of a retreat. Can Vanscore somehow grab him? Yes, he can. Gets the glimpse, pull back, kinetic field lockdown.
Morphling ditch.
The end of it here. They have sights on other targets. Spotting out the Doom. They'll burst him down while the silence is active. Good grab, G from the trees. Him up with the boat and now has to run. They are on a chase here. They already hit him with the dust. They catch him now with the glimpse. He X's himself and sends himself right back to where he once started. A movement from Viver with the ensnare. They are gone. That even tags him with the torrent on the way out. And in fact, Illidan begins to move in. Oh, Illidan gets the kill on Disruptor, but did he put himself into a bit of trouble? Yes, good grab there from Pikachu. The flank setup with the shackles, just wonderful right there. And they're going to be able to secure the 4 times kill streak. And, well, Kuman says, let me get in on some of this action. Moves forward and gets the burst on FNG. And there are those chat wheels you were asking for.
They should not underestimate the Morphling right now. Even though they don't have the best combo with the Darkseer and Disruptor, no real follow-up. Like, ideally it would be some more AoE tossed into that, but they don't have it. A Sven, an Invoker. It's for the lulz, because Dota is all about the wombo combos.
It's true.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Darkseer's like good at lanes, but feels like that's about it. It's the part.
Looks like King R is going to be in a bit of trouble here. Caught him running his way through the river.
They just have such good disables on the Radiant team. Like, Ensnare, Ice Path, Dual Breath, X combos, like, whatever Doom feels like having. Like, they're just so disable heavy. All these, like, survivable heroes that are normally a pain. Like Darkseer, Morphling, Night Stalker, and Wind Ranger, they have solutions against all of them. I don't know if they plan this stuff considering they open Naga plus Night Stalker or Naga plus Sekiro, but man, it's worked out really good this game.
Yeah, it just makes them feel like they have to fall into the wet, watery shoulders of their Morphling even harder now.
No, they're gonna find them
to see if they can pull it to the late game. Uh-oh, Pikachu trying to hide within the trees. They burn them up, desperate to go for a TP, but there's no chance at all. 18-11, a 2K net worth advantage. It's slowly climbing up at the moment for Team Spirit. Like you mentioned, attempting to buy time, but I don't know. Every drop of that Wind Ranger is a bit concerning. It's supposed to be like the number 2 to this Morphling.
Oh, double damage on more.
This is a good behind the back play here. Will it pay off? Does Spirit even know this is happening?
Man, it's a good thing Nahaz isn't awake right now. He'd be really upset. He hates double damages spawning next to Roach. Like, it's every time he watches it happening, he gets upset. I've seen it.
Prophecy, really.
Yeah. I mean, they were really lucky in this whole series with the runes, especially in the second one with the Storm. 3 double damages between minute 2 and 15.
I mean, in their defense, if their opponents had disabled, DD wouldn't mean as much, but
Uh-oh, King R running right into action again. Finds himself crossing paths with Biver. Biver will once more drop down the ensnare to hold him there for the finish. Just like we saw before, deja vu. Kumin, happy to find on 4, diving into action here. Walking his way through that macro pyre, burns on up. Forced to go into the strength morph while more of his team falls apart. Cheshire Cat going to be the next victim to fall. And Team Spirit. Spirits are high. Healing on up with the power of that urn. Looked like they didn't even really take a strong fight.
And F&G goes experience and liquid fire attack range, but ultimately a good fight. Like there was just way too much damage coming out. That was a reveal of the Razor BKB as well. Walks in, steals the damage, and does Razor stuff. And this is like that timing where just Razor just doesn't ever die. At least in the first beginning of the fight.
Invisibility.
I don't know. The Darkseer pick, you can see that it's not working out. More than 2-7-1. You have a your offlane hero who's involved in three kills. Doesn't even have ulti skill yet.
Yeah, he'll need it soon because he could be the high ground defender. In a moment's notice, they already lost their Wind Ranger right under their own tower, and the follow-up takedown is going to be Little Van Score. This is going from bad to worse for Double Dimension. Team Spirit are riding themselves on forward, potentially into the next round. Vacuum pullback, but nothing else to follow. BKB turnaround for Illidan. Ultimately can't shrug off the trouble. Nice shackle grab just as the song comes out. Is it going to be enough for a catch onto Biver as she tries to slither away? Power shot. A dive forward. There's the ensnare from downtown. Nice grab from Kumin. They're still going to need more. She can juke him. Oh, she did! Swing back.
Making them work for it.
Yeah, they are. They'll ultimately get her, but that's, a few extra seconds for everybody of Spirit to kind of reposition and get onto the next objective.
Darkseer
next lane.
did something. He surged his carry. He did a vacuum in that fight. Did you see that vacuum?
I saw the vacuum.
Vacuum into nothing.
Yeah, it's
The vacuum.
the open air vacuum.
He's going to need a epic vacuum wall combo inside the base. Really make this pick feel justified.
Like, they made the only thing that Darkseer accomplished this game was they made 4-position Night Stalker not awful. That was it. That's all he accomplished. Because without that, Night Stalker would have been far worse.
I think I've just played position 4.
Nice little freebie catch right there onto FNG.
Do you think this is the thing?
It's more a thing than what you just said, that's for sure. Oh, morph targets allies. Okay, he did this on purpose, right? You going for double vacuum? Double Wind Ranger? Wind Ranger's really good base skills.
For now, though, as Jakiro moving in, casts the dual breath, then steps off. X pullback onto King R. Strong hit will help get the finish. There's the wall drop. It's in a pretty good spot. It's going to be awkward for Spirit to fight their way through it. So, Double Dimension take it to him. Moving in from the high ground, drop down the static storm. Pikachu going to get finished there from G on the other side. Razor swinging on in. As Kumin steals up a bit of his own damage, but now is left with very little life. Runs out the other side. Infernal Blade's there. Has to waveform to the low ground and flex the rest of those strength gains. Looks like he may be able to create the space to make it out. G, though, not finished yet. He's hoping to get the catch onto someone else. But not the opportunity. That seems like it could have been a bit worse for Double Dimension, but hey, the wall holds a decent spot, and Spirit are just kind of bit of an awkward situation as they try to fight things out.
Feels like they can't heal anything on the side of Team Spirit. Doom really tanky. Razor with a BKB, Kanka as well. 2 Glimmer Capes, but they need a lot of reveal, a lot of dust.
Yeah, after the vacuum wall, it just felt like this moment where DD was like, do we go in, do we not go in? I just don't know if it's worth it. Morphling jumps in, starts in, Doom, there's a Glimmer, and it was just like, alright, the fight's over.
Was that a defensive move we just did, or a move to go on the offensive?
Yeah.
Not too sure.
What is the morph cooldown at level 3? Is it like really low? It's like 30 seconds or something? 40 seconds?
40.
And it lasts for 35. Okay, so he got the... Oh, I didn't notice he got the duration as well. Okay, so he's basically 35 out of 40 seconds that he can transform back and forth, which is actually pretty incredible if you think about it, because that's another patch of HP to abuse. He was basically Jakiro at the start of the fight, and then he became Razor as well, so kind of a cool choice. I mean, there's so many good things to steal this game. I don't think I can fault him too much for going this way over the attack speed perk.
He didn't do anything with an ally though yet, right? Not on that fight.
I don't think so, no. But honestly, Shackles, so good. Wind Rage is so good to turn into periodically.
Yeah.
But there's so many good options. The only real big loss, you lose 30 attack speed, and the 20 perk is the waveform attacks targets. That one's pretty good too, but he can definitely use more for a lot more if he knows what he's doing. He's got E-Blade finish now, so looking to start bursting people, and this is where things are a little bit harder for Spirit once they play around BKBs and Doom.
They have 2 Glimmer Caps already. It's gonna be hard for it.
That's F-Blade, right? The Ethereal Blade EB. Kissin' Lady Luck. The double dimension kind of hold things out here. Spirit continue to kind of pressure on forward a bit. Now dropping some deep vision. They surround the perimeter of double dimension. Vanscore is the only man brave enough to walk outside the base to Thunderstrike lanes. Keep them off. Eventually we'll pull back and away here. They got a smoke. We'll see double dimension go on the offensive. Oh yeah, they are coming together here. Let's see what they can set up, guys. This is their chance to kind of turn things around.
Every coin helps.
I mean, it's nighttime. They've got good vision at least. They're smoked. Ooh, I don't know if they spot a Viver though. They seem now. That Glimmer.
Yep. Looks like Viver is going to tank that one up. Chasing for G. G is able to TP out.
It's turning into Darkseer in that fight. It's kind of cool. Which is basically like Morphling with Permahaste and Ion Chill. Dude, he can do Vacuum into Waveform.
Wow. There he goes, moving in. E-Blade Adaptive Strike, some decent work onto the Jakiro, not enough for a finish. Stack or drop, but not going to get anybody caught with inside. And now Illidan just whipping away onto everybody. Takes out one, looks to take out two. Pikachu's going to be able to turn around with a decent shackle shot. They drop the wall right on top of his head. In the meantime, G slams down Kuman, claims his 7-time kill streak, and Illidan gets that triple done. Spirit may have just opened up the biggest advantage of the game so far with that. Now they come running their way towards the double dimension side.
I put a Morphling that fight. I didn't catch his death.
He got doomed.
Okay.
He transformed the Disruptor, tried to go for a glimpse play, got Dex Mark, and Morphling.
KB off the X.
The item progression on a Wind Ranger is just so slow this game.
Yeah, she is suffering the bad end of a couple of ganks this game. Definitely neutered her a bit. She was stunted after completing this BKB, which took long enough as it was. Alright, decent shackle. Good little pullback. Almost got the takedown of Illidan. BKB. He's at 38 life.
Oh, got him.
They can't get him. He's able to BKB and run out the other side, and now Spirit thinking about moving past the barracks to go for further kills here. Bob was forced to run back. Cheshire Cat already out and inside. G though, able to get the spanking onto King R, and he will go down. G with the double as he finishes off Pikachu as well. More finally returns to Spirit want to hang around. Going into the 5 vs 3. Alright, there's the movement. Kuman runs in with the benefit of that Darkseer Surge. Hits him with the Adaptive Strike. That's kind of the end of it.
Feels so bad when you pick Darkseer and Disruptor and don't pull off a single combo 32 minutes in.
It just, I don't know, man, it's hard. They don't have any other disable outside of Shackle Shot.
Oh, jumping right on top of Kuman. Has that wall. Can't get it off. Hit with the Torrent. Finally drops it there, but loses his life. Spirit, commanding position.
Dire's middle barracks.
Wrecking house, literally, inside Double Dimension's turf.
Middle barracks are under attack.
They'll continue.
This may be the conclusion of Double Dimension's run for TIA here. Unless they have some sort of fighting hope, we'll see what they can get done. There's the jump onto Illidan, but the Doom does come out, puts the focus onto Wind Ranger. She'll certainly get burned up.
Bottom tower is under attack.
And G is now beyond godlike on his Kunkka this game. Would fire out onto the tower as it begins to slowly burn away.
Gotta press X again, otherwise it doesn't save him.
Can they get the grab onto Kuba? No! He is not going to be able to make it out.
Good try.
Dire's bottom tower.
Tried to X himself back.
And I think that might be it. Morphling is out without a buyback. The GG has been called, and this one belongs to Team Spirit after 3 games. They will advance into the next round.
Well, much like game 3 was a little bit too much of a draft issue. Game 2 for DD, they grabbed the Storm, and it was really hard for Spirit to deal with. In game 3, they tried to force this Darkseer dual lane, and it